Hey there, welcome to another episode of Drive. My name is James Deacon and I'm coming at you from the Volvo showroom here in Makati where they're celebrating 20 years. Happy birthday, Volvo. Okay, we have lined up for you perhaps the weirdest show, no, scratch that, the weirdest show we've ever done for you. You see, ever since we started Drive, even before it became a weekly program, we started doing these segments of a day in the life of a certain person or a certain occupation. I spent a day in the life of an ambulance driver, a race car driver, a car auctioneer, but this one just tops the cake. This week I spend the day in the life of a billionaire, courtesy of Rolls-Royce Manila, and then somehow end in the day in the life of a cab driver. Go figure, right? Yep, but that's the lengths we'll go through just for you guys here on Drive. Also this week, for those of you who can't stop tinkering with your cars, we've got a special feature on Speed Lab, and of course, the latest in motoring news. There's also a guest reviewer, Artie Lopez, for the Lexus ISF Sport. All that and more is coming up here on Drive, but in the meantime, it's time to put on the British accent and spend a day in the life of a billionaire. Now by now, as you can imagine, we've been to many different events where we get to test drive the different cars. Well, this being a Rolls-Royce event is entirely different. They asked us to test drive the lifestyle of a Rolls-Royce owner. Welcome to a very unique ride review. This time is we're going to be reviewing the lifestyle of a Rolls-Royce owner. So we're spending a day in the life of a Rolls-Royce owner because this is what Rolls-Royce Manila has done for us. They've given us an opportunity not just to experience the cars or talk about the specs, but to get a slice of life of what a Rolls-Royce owner does. So we flew in via chopper, as all Rolls-Royce owners would, because really, if you're competing, if you want to look at what the closest competitor to this car, which I once asked the head of Rolls-Royce in Goodwood, I asked him, so what's your closest competitor? And he said, a plane, a chopper. When you talk about luxury, Rolls-Royce, that's it. It's just two words sums up everything you need to know about luxury. The thing about this, the mystique around the brand, the intimidation around the brand. I mean, like, you drive car for car. I have to say, of course, this drives a lot better than other luxury cars that I've tried, sure. But if I have to be 100% honest, it's not quantum leaps better. It's just the whole experience. We're just going to measure it without knowing the brand. Let's say there was a generic way where you could test this car against some of the top models available. You'd probably be, yes, okay, it's good, it's better, but really it's the whole, when you see the spirit of ecstasy up there in front of you, guiding you through, when you touch everything here, the way things feel, the materials used, the fact that you know that over 60 hands and 450 hours were put into every single car just for you. It's just, it doesn't get more special than that. This car here is just, it's really designed for that Rolls-Royce owner that has arrived and doesn't want to let his driver have all the fun. And that's fair enough, right? I mean, you're spending a small fortune for these cars, and you can pretty much make this car anything you want. That's what separates Rolls-Royce from just about every other brand. I mean, you've got somewhere along the line of 44,000 paint combinations, for crying out loud. That is just absolutely insane, but they do that because they can. And that's what is really the core values of the brand. you've got 624 horsepower and a stunning 800 Newton meters of torque. Now, that kind of torque is enough to sort of move aircrafts. It's just, and we'll feel it now. Oh, it's stunning. It's stunning. But the acceleration is not rude. It's like being punched with a very soft glove. It's just that feeling of, wow, you're coming out, you know you've got the power. It allows just enough of the sound to come into the cabin, but it's still a very, very, very well insulated. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna try the engine braking. I'm gonna put this low button here and see what that does. Okay, supposedly it's supposed to activate some engine braking as I brake in, because it is a heavy car and you'll feel it a little bit under brakes. We're gonna squirt it. Whoa, baby! Oh yeah, that shouldn't be like that. It is absolutely defying rules right now. Just the way it comes out of a corner, it's really only under the braking where you just start to feel a little bit of the weight. But then when you put in that low button and you press it and the engine braking comes in, it assists it. It doesn't just sort of help it brake, it balances the car so you don't feel like you're diving forward. Plus you've got this adaptive air suspension that controls it every 300 milliseconds. So anytime there's a pitch or a dive, it's compensating so quickly that you hardly have time to sort of realize that something major has just happened, a major change of direction or a major change of weight. This car is just something purely, purely special. Oh, that's going to be a long fall down and it's going to hurt when I land, because somewhere around the end of the show I'm going to be test driving a cab. After that, can you imagine? Well, that's how the other half lived, and wonderful experience indeed. Coming up after the break, we will be having the latest in motoring news.